What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Leeds United at Old Trafford, guys. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight into today's video. So we made 5 changes from the last game against Sheffield United. Talking about the starting 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, James, Fernandes, Rashford and Martial. Get into the overall reaction now. Man United fire 6 past Leeds United. Man United hammer Leeds in a crazy game to go third. Wow, what a game, what a result, what a win. That was a Christmas cracker. Ollie's at the wheel. What did we just witness? What an entertaining game. Who expected that? Fantastic performance. I'm speechless. Is the title race on? Well done, boys. That was a well-deserved win. Up the fucking Reds. Win done. 3 points done. It was a long awaited game after 16 years as well. Anyway, guys, let's just get straight to today's video. What did I make of the performance? Fantastic performance all round from the players. I could not fault that performance. I could not believe what I watched. I could not believe what I witnessed. 8 goals in it. That game was entertaining to watch, and everyone was slagging us off last week against Man City, and that was some game against Leeds United. Coming into that game, when I saw that team selection, I thought, I'm not too sure about this with James playing. I knew with playing McTominay, Fred was going to be good, obviously. A little bit suspect in times when you think about how McTominay plays as well. And then I saw Rashford, Fernandes and then James. I couldn't believe that James was playing. Tactical, obviously, wanted to make some changes, and in a long season like this, you've got to be resting, rotating as well, and that's what Ollie's doing as well. He's always making changes every game in and game out, so it's tough as well, especially when you've got a long season. When that team selection came out, I was a little bit, when I saw Dan James playing, I thought, I'm not too sure about this. But then as the game progressed on, once we got the 3rd goal, you're thinking, fucking hell, the game's already finished. But performance, you could not fault that performance. It was absolutely fantastic by those players. A long awaited game against Leeds United, first time in 16 years. I was only 4 years old when we last played Leeds United as well. That was definitely a Christmas cracker. Merry Christmas. We are going to be spending Christmas in the top 4. We're 3rd in the fucking table as well. What a fucking performance that was. Wow, just wow. What did I even witness as well? And Ollie's at the wheel, 6-2. It would have been nice for a clean sheet as well. That was a fucking great game to watch. We knew that there was going to be goals in this game, definitely. And the way our Leeds played, they never gave up. And, once Leeds got the first goal, they were a little bit hopeful that they could get something back into the game. But we fucking killed the game off, and what a game it was. And we're definitely in the mix for the title this season. Some people say now we're not, some people we are. So, and I think I'm on that side where I think we are in contention for the title race, especially with the game in hand as well. So what a game, what a result, what a win. And what a great performance that was. That's probably the best performance I've seen Manchester United play this season. And obviously when you think of our last few games, they've been convincing and pleasing to watch. But when you have a result like this against Leeds United, 6-2, but also it's nice to sort of get in front of the game as well instead of conceding the first goal. Then we have to pull it out of the bag. And then, because we've done that the last few weeks, and that's what we've had to do, and we've had to do it the hard way. And it's nice to actually get a few goals in the first half to actually go and kill off the game in the first half as well. So it was nice to sort of, score 4 goals in the first half, which was nice. And that's probably the first game where we've, got in the lead and finished the game and executed it out really well, and saw out the game fantastically well. It was a we know this game's a derby. The players turned up for it, and you could obviously tell that Ollie Gunnar Solskjaer had to go at those players. Obviously the way how they've been going behind in games, and we've had to put it out of the bag. But that was a performance last night, definitely for sure. And what a great game that was. And it was a crazy game. And getting into the game now for first half, we come out, we were literally on it, front foot, high intensity, high tempo, high press, got in between the lines, play with energy, play with intent, got some great crosses into the box, and right away you could just see the transformation from that game yesterday to the last few ones, the last couple of weeks where we've gone one behind and then we've pulled it out of the bag. But this time it was nice to sort of get in the lead, get the first goal. Once we got the first goal, we were confident, we had the momentum, we had the rhythm in our play, and once we had that there, we just wrapped up the goals. The first goal, the second goal came, the third goal came, the fourth goal came. It was just fantastic football to watch. You know, quick, incisive football. Movement was quick. We're bright and sharp on and off the ball. Absolute wonderful football to watch. The best performance I've probably seen Manchester United play this season, especially, and it's a great way to do it against our rivals, Leeds United, as well. It's just unfortunate that we couldn't play like that against Man City last week as well. And great game. First half, absolutely ecstatic, absolutely fantastic. And we're on it minute 1 to minute 90. You know, high intensity, high tempo, high press. Got in between the lines, and you know, we outsmarted them. We were intelligent in our play. We had wit. We play with width. We play with pace. We just made such an impact in that game, and our attack was so dangerous, and Leeds couldn't deal with it. I knew that their defence was suspect, and I knew that their defending's been shite this season as well. So, and that's for them to sort that out. So, I mean, fantastic first half, and we were 4-1 up in that first half, and you couldn't fault that first half performance. Absolutely fantastic. Obviously, it's annoying to concede that stupid goal on the fucking corner as well. Zonal marking once again, and that needs to fucking stop as well. Still marking fucking space. Get on your fucking man, for fuck's sake. It's just fucking unbelievable. I'm still getting annoyed with that, and it's still happening week in and week out, zonal marking. Second half, I thought, will come out. It was unfinished business for Man United. You know, great fifth goal. Nice to see Dan James on the score sheet. Obviously, it's been long awaited goal for Dan James. Obviously, there's been speculation about Dan James of leaving and going out on loan or going to Leeds or somewhere like that. So it's nice to sort of shut that down once again. It's happened twice with Dan James. Nice to see him get back on the score sheet once again. Brilliant piece of play. You know, the build-up play was fantastic by Manchester United. You could really tell that we really worked hard in that game as well. The work rate, the work ethic, it was fantastic. And, you know, we showed the ambition, the purpose in the game as well, that we really wanted it more. And we turned up for a full 90 minutes. We had to stay focused and concentrated at all times. And then once we got the fifth goal, and then we sort of got the sixth goal, nice penalty to finish it off, which was the icing on the cake, really. And then it was a little bit unfortunate to go and concede that second goal for Leeds, but you know, no one was closing him down. And but you know, still a lot of positives to take from that game last night, and you know, there's a few things that we need to work on, and there's a few negatives in there. You know, defensively. You know, not closing down the guy on that second goal, and we're still zonal marking, which we need to put it right, and we need to start man marking as well. We need to start doing man marking again, but we're not doing that because we think it's better if we do this zonal marking and then you get caught out by that one piece of quality and that individual brilliance as well. So we need to wake up from these stupid zonal marking set pieces that we're giving away. So we need to stop this. It's fucking annoying, I tell you. It gets fucking annoying and frustrating that we keep doing it week in and week out. What a game, what a result, and what a win against Leeds. That's the second time Man United have scored 6 goals past Leeds, the first time being in 1959. That's probably the first proper convincing win at home this season. Yeah, it is. The only other win that we've had at Old Trafford this season is against West Brom. We only won that 1-0. We were lucky enough to win that game 1-0 against West Brom, and that goal came from a penalty as well. We were lucky enough to come away from that West Brom game and win that game. We know that we've been poor at home this season. We've only won 2 games now at home, but hopefully now, kicking on from that result against Leeds, we'll be more confident now at home. and hopefully get more wins at home this season as well. That result will definitely kick us on now at home, especially with us performing away from home as well, which is fantastic. We're the only team to win all of our away games so far this season, and the only team that could probably take it away from us is probably Liverpool, and that'll be a cracking game to watch, and that could be pretty much the game of the season to battle this season as well. If we beat Liverpool next month in the new year, I think United are going to win the fucking league. The first proper convincing win at home this season. There's been games this season where they've not been convincing, but we've still managed to win those games, which is where in terms of where we've gone behind in games and pulled it out of the bag. When we beat Southampton 3-2, when we beat West Ham 3-1, all those type of games where we've gone behind and won the game. Convincing win this time at home, the first time that we've scored 6 goals since Ferguson left as well. Brilliant stuff, and we want to keep this up now. We don't want to drop off now. Let's keep it up, let's keep this home form going, and hopefully we'll kick on now and be more confident at home this time. And hopefully we've got some really tough games coming up now. We've got the likes of Everton in the week, we've got Leicester on the weekend, which I think we can beat, and then next week we've got Wolves. We've got some pretty tough games coming up, games that we can win as well. Let's take it one game at a time, and you never know at the end of the day. Why couldn't we not perform like that last week against Man City? You know what it is? Last week we were just too cautious against Man City because we were too cautious, and we just didn't want to make that one mistake. If we slipped up and let Man City win, it's like, fucking hell, we've let our neighbours win. But we were just too cautious last week, and we were too defensive. No creativity in the midfield whatsoever, whereas we were up for it against Leeds because there's a massive rivalry between us and Leeds, and it's nice to sort of win that game against Leeds last night, 6-2, whereas we were just too cautious last week against Man City. We were not cautious in this game. We knew the style of play how Leeds play, very attacking-minded side, but we were just too cautious last week against Man City. City were there for the taking last week, and we didn't take that advantage, and we just didn't switch on. But whereas we were absolutely demolished City, too cautious last week, we didn't want to make a mistake, and whereas we turned up for this one against Leeds, and then we started to perform properly as a Manchester United team. Too cautious last week, and we turned up for this one against Leeds, obviously. Is the title race on? Obviously it is, because if you look at that table, we're literally, I think we're on 26 points, and we've got that game in hand as well. And if we win that game in hand against Burnley, that's 29 points. And then obviously then you look at Liverpool, they would be on 31 points. So that means we're only 2 points off Liverpool. And this is the closest we've been as well in December, and we're already in the top 4 as well. If we keep up this good work and we go to Liverpool next month and we beat Liverpool, we will be at the top of the table in 2021. And I'd love that as well, especially. The title race is definitely on. We're definitely in the mix. We're one of the contenders. And we're just going to keep what we're doing and just don't drop points. And if Liverpool drop points, we've just got to make sure that we have to capitalise like what we did against Sheffield. Chelsea and Man City dropped points midweek last week. We capitalised. We won the game against Sheffield. If a team loses, we need to make sure that we capitalise and win that game, really. If we drop points, it's obviously not nice, but definitely the title race is on because we want to be battling with the top there with Liverpool. Who is my man of the match? Fantastic stuff. I mean, if you look at those players from last night, McTominay was on another planet yesterday. And I mean, if you look at the goals, I mean, McTominay scored 2 goals and got an assist as well. Bruno got a goal, got an assist as well. Martial got an assist as well. And Lindelof. I think it has to be McTominay. He was on a different planet. 2 goals and an assist yesterday. Deserves it. What a player he was. And I hope we see more of McTominay like that as well. Picking out those passes were absolutely fantastic as well. Leeds just left us so much space and they were just so open. We capitalised on their mistakes. What a way to finish it off. Fantastic, fantastic. How do we beat Leicester City? So obviously we play Leicester City in our next game this weekend against Leicester. Obviously going up against Leicester, we're going to be going away from home. Obviously there's more pressure on Leicester to win this game. There's less pressure on us to win this game. So I think coming away, I think it's going to be tough, difficult. But I also think I'm hopeful of getting a result at Leicester because Leicester this season, they've been good. They've been playing some great football themselves. Also at the same time, Leicester will go on this good run of form and then all of a sudden they'll lose that odd game. I think coming into this Leicester game, United need to be on it mentally and physically. We need the right mentality, the right mindset. We need to prepare well for this game. Leicester, great team. Obviously they went and just beat Tottenham 2-0. They'll be up for this one for sure. They'll have the confidence. We've got the confidence. We're unbeaten this season away from home so far. Can Leicester stop us? They'll be hopeful. I mean, there's more pressure at Leicester to go and produce and get a result in this game because they're at home, whereas we're away. And obviously, when you're the away side, there's less pressure. So I think when we're going away to Leicester, I think it's going to be important to get the 3 points. And I think it's... I mean, how do you beat this Leicester side? Leicester are a great team, got great quality in there, got great quality players there. You know, they've got a fantastic manager in Brendan Rodgers. Obviously, there's some games where Brendan Rodgers gets his right tactics, his right game plan. Sometimes it doesn't work. So I think this is a game where we need to outsmart them once again. We need to be intelligent in our play. We just want to keep it simple, nice and simple. Don't be playing this fancy stuff, and just keep it nice and simple. Pass the ball around. We need to be bright, sharp, on and off the ball. The movement needs to be quick. Get the ball out wide, and you know, create the chances. We need everything out of the final third. We need everything out of the. We need the end product there as well. And when we create these chances, make sure we take our chances. We won this fixture last season 2-0, and there was a sending off as well. So I think the more you put Leicester under pressure, they panic, and we just need to get in between the lines, play with high intensity, high tempo. You know, have another good start to this game, another bright start to this game. And what we did is against Leeds, we fucking shocked them. When we were 2-0 up, they were fucking shocked. We were 2-0 up inside 3 minutes. So if we can do something similar to Leicester, they'll be shocked, and they'll be turning to each other thinking, what the fuck's going on? So, and that's why we need to, you know, find the space and be more intelligent in our play. You know, keep it simple, get the ball out wide, make some good crosses into the box, create the chances as well, and make sure we have a quick and bright start. Don't be lazing about thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be an easy a run out. And I think you don't want to underestimate this team, because they can perform for a full 90 minutes. So we've got to be focused and concentrated on this game mentally and physically as well. Because physically they'll definitely give us a game. They'll fight themselves from minute 1 to minute 90. We need to be on it as well. And, you know, Leicester, you know, I think defensively we need to fix it up at the back a little bit as well. We need to be more compact as a team, and we need to keep it tight at the back, be organised. And when we give away a corner as well, make sure we're man marking as well. Don't be just zonal marking, because then you're just marking space. So I think it's important defensively. We've got to be on it as well. We've got to stay concentrated and focused at all times in this game as well. And if we take our chances and score our chances, you know, and that's what we did against Leeds as well. We took our chances, and do the exact same thing against Leicester. Both teams are coming into this game with high confidence, and obviously Leicester, they don't have a game midweek as well in that Carabao Cup. So I think, you know, it's important to rest our players in the week and go again against Leicester on Boxing Day, and they'll be hopeful of getting a result, and we need to be on it mentally and physically as well ourselves. So if we switch on for this game, turn up to this game and give them a fucking good game, I think we can give Leicester a good game, and I think we can win this game against Leicester. They're up, down this season, and I think you're just screaming to Manchester United saying, be more fucking consistent. And if we're more consistent, we can beat this Leicester side. We're just going to be on it mentally and physically, and prepare well for this game. And I'm sure we're capable of beating Leicester, because we can beat Leicester at the end of the day. Getting into the goals now. First goal, Rashford wins the ball back. Pass the ball to Bruno. Bruno sets up McTominay, and McTominay scores an absolute screamer for 1-0. Second goal, Shaw throws the ball to Martial. Brilliant hold-up play by Martial. Martial puts a lovely through ball to McTominay, and McTominay scores for 2-0. Third goal, James won the ball back, passed the ball to Bruno. Bruno passed the ball to Fred. Fred runs, passed the ball to Martial. Martial sets up Bruno, and Bruno scores for 3-0. Fourth goal, brilliant corner by Shaw. Martial heads it, and Lindelof gets on the end of it and scores for 4-0. Fifth goal, Wan-Bissaka passes the ball to McTominay. McTominay runs, sees James in space. Brilliant first touch by James, and James scores for 5-1. Sixth goal, Bruno steps up and scores a nice and composed penalty for 6-1. Bruno scored 2 goals as well, and McTominay scored 2. Fantastic. Getting into the stats now. Possession for Manchester United, it was 41.5%, and for Leeds it was 58.5%. Goals for Man United, it was 6, and for Leeds it was 2. Total shots for Man United, it was 26, and for Leeds it was 17. Shots on target for Man United, it was 14, and for Leeds it was 3. Shot accuracy for Man United, it was 53.8%, and for Leeds it was 17.6%. Shots inside the box for Man United, it was 19, and for Leeds it was 14. Shots outside the box for Man United, it was 7, and for Leeds it was 3. Total passes for Man United, it was 354 passes, and for Leeds it was 478 passes. Pass accuracy for Man United, it was 77.1%, and for Leeds it was 83.3%. Getting into the substitutions now, Shaw went off for Tellez. Talking about Luke's performance, can't even fucking say it. At times and lightning at others, Shaw's corner led to United's 4th goal before half-time. I don't know how you say that fucking word, Jesus Christ. Rashford went off for Cavani. Talk about Rashford's performance. Had Leeds on toast and switched wings to leave them confound. Unfortunate not to have got a goal. Fernandez went off of Van der Beek. Talk about Bruno's performance. Clinically claimed his 12th goal of the season after setting up McTominay's first. Reveled in the playmaker role and scored another penalty. Next up, we've got Leicester City. Leicester are second in the table. This is second versus third. Top of the table clash. Is this a potential game of the weekend? Could be, but I think you've got there's another big game as well on Boxing Day with that London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal. But coming into this game against Leicester, that win against Leeds United gave us so much confidence coming into this game against Leicester. 6-2, players are going to be buzzing. We've got the winning mentality. The mood's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. The mood in the dressing room is going to be fantastic. Coming away to Leicester, can we make it? 7 wins out of 7. I think we can. I think we're capable of beating Leicester City. Leicester, great team, got great quality there, great manager. I think it's just we've got to make sure we have to have another quick and bright start to this game. Quick movement on and off the ball. We just got to make sure we take our chances. We've just got to make sure that we take our chances, scoring our chances. Need the end product there. We need everything out the final third. Get the creativity as well in the midfield as well. Make sure we play. Make sure we're ruthless. Get in between the lines. Play with intent, high tempo, high intensity, and have a quick and bright start to that game. And we can steamroll this team against Leicester City. And hopefully we can shock another team as well this weekend as well. I'm looking forward to this game against Leicester. Great side, got some great players, and we just need to be physically, mentally on it. We need to get the right mentality and the right mindset on the day. So hopefully we're capable of beating this Leicester City side. And they're not really consistent at the minute as well. We're just going to be screaming now to these Man United players, be more fucking consistent. I'm sure we can beat this Leicester City side. So far, Leicester City are scoring 1.9 goals per game, and they are conceding 1.2 goals per game. Leicester City have the 6th best defence in the league. Leicester have won 9, drawn 9 and lost 5. They've lost to West Ham 3-0, Villa 2-0, Liverpool 3-0, Fulham 2-1 and Everton 2-0. And about 4 of those games have been at home as well. A little bit not there on their side at home as well. Leicester City go on a very good run of form, then lose that odd game. We got to bear that in mind. Let's just focus on our own game as well, and hopefully we can beat them. The last time Man United beat Leicester City was on Sunday, the 26th of July, 2020, and it ended 2-0 to Man United. The last time Man United lost to Leicester was on Sunday, the 21st of September, 2014, and it ended 5-3 to Leicester City. The players to look out for is Justin, Afana, Soyuncu, Evans, Amarte, Gazaniga, however you say his name, Fuchs, Tillemans, Madison, Albrighton, Barnes, Under, Mendy, Ndidi, Pratt, Vardy, Iheanacho and Perez. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.